Laura B. Craft and See with Laura B. How are y'all doing today? I am doing fine. I just want to make sure that I'm in focus and in frame and where I'm at. So close your eyes. I'm going to move you up a little bit. I thought I was, but there. Okay, there I am. This is the one I like the best. Okay, so how are y'all doing today? I am fine. It is Sunday, mid to late morning, and I wanted to get this up earlier, but I had a great conversation with a dear friend of mine in Liverpool, around Liverpool this morning. So, and then I had to get things ready to actually film. So here we are. This is the second part of the accordion folder that I'm doing with a test kit from Janie B over at Janie B Journals. But first, I want to show you some couple finds that I got from the $1.25 store on Friday. So I just picked up a couple note cards, you know, just for Happy Mail and stuff. I also got a couple of flashcards, Dr. Seuss. So we'll be playing with those at some later date. But wait, there's more. My favorite thing, and I may go today and pick up some more. I don't know. I'm trying to tell myself no. But once you see them, you will go, yeah, you need to go pick up some more. Even you, Mitzie. I got these individual, they were individual, little boxes. And I know it's probably in your face. These little slidey boxes, clear. And they are roughly, if I remember correctly, 4 1/4 by 4 3/4, and they range from about 1 1/4 down to 1 1/8 because they are slanted. And all I did was glue them. Try not to get this too in your face. All I did, was hot glue them together. I know, glare. But anyway, yes. They fit all my fussy cut butterflies and the fussy cut birds so far. And there went 2 of the doors. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Look away, as Mitzie says. Look away. Anyway, so this is take 2 of this video, and yesterday it went much more smoothly than it did just now. Anyway, so those are awesome. I might go back today. I'm really thinking of going back today and seeing if they have any more. So, what I have done since we last met... Quit futzing. Okay, I'm still in frame. I'm probably crooked, but we'll just have to live with it. Alright, so I added, and I probably could have waited on this, but at least this part, but I didn't. I went ahead and added a brad enclosure, which I didn't do before I put the backing paper on with y'all, so I had to put some washi tape over it and then made this long pocket. First thing I did is I stitched around the whole thing in a cream so it's barely there. And I put together my signatures, which I'm going to take out right now. I want to put them in order so I know. Not that I can't figure it out later. Anyway, so there's thems. And then I decided this morning, oh wait, I want to do a light splattering with some acrylic paint to give it just a little extra, but I didn't want it to be overwhelming. So I used a tea rose and more of a light pink and a tea rose, and mixed it with some lighter colors. It's supposed to be shimmery, but it's not. So, and there we have that. So, and then I added this trim that I found it had hanging around. I thought it went nicely with it. So there's that. And the signatures are just, these are from Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and I've had them for well over a year. And I have some coffee dyed. And then these papers, I have a few colors, are from Junk with Steph. She has several sets that are all the same designs, just different colors, and I absolutely adore them, but it's been a while since I used them. Sorry, Steph. And then I took window to envelopes all the same blue. I don't know where I got these, but I got a bunch. And then just collaged over them with some washi and dictionary. And then I have a Mother Goose book that I tore apart and then scanned all of the pages into my computer, and then so I could just print them out as I wanted. Another coffee dyed, another Janie or Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and somewhere in here, I thought in the inside, that's where I did it. On the inside of all of them, these are Monet watercolor papers from Mrs. Cog's Crafts. So there we have those. And what I'm going to do today so far is, well, I have to tell you this really funny, but maybe not so funny in parts. Like, potentially, a very upsetting story, but it wasn't, so we're good. So I'm going to put these pockets in somewhere that I also went ahead and splattered. The insides of these, and this is what I call a rare misprint, even though I didn't print it, is I accidentally glued the dragon page on upside down because I wasn't paying attention. But I'm not going to glue these. These are going to be writing on spaces. I have to remember that. Yes, Jamie, I can't glue. Not always, but a lot of times I forget when I'm on camera and glue the wrong thing. These are the file folders from her kit. I backed these with these antique glossy-ish papers that Mitzie sent me. Mitzie over at 307 Junk Journals. So, there we are. Anyway, so my story, and Ellen has already heard this today, so she, you know, you can not listen as you choose. And I have more of these pockets somewhere, and I just don't know where I put them. I think I put them out to dry and don't know where I put them to dry. So, anyway. So, let us start randomly, I don't know, because I know I had more pockets. Okay, here we have two big pockets, which I will be doing more, just not on camera today. I'm going to try to make this fairly short, but you know me. Anyway, so, first of all, I want to know where my, okay, there we go. So I will try, I'm thinking to myself, not there, because I don't want it to show. Anyway, so, story. Well, last night, you know, I went to bed, and it was probably about midnight. I was just nodding off and, you know, had to use the bathroom. And Isabo wasn't in the house. And she's such a naughty dog, naughty dog, naughty dog, naughty dog. Anyway, I'm going to ink as I talk. Where'd my dollar go? There it be. Anyway, so it was midnight. Just, yeah, right at midnight. And I go out there. You know, I get up and she's still not back in the house, you know, because, well, she likes to hunt the rabbits at night, which she's not caught any. But anyway, the rabbits that just refuse to move from out of the shed, under the shed. So, where's my other one? I swear to you, I had everything here and ready to go. Here it is. And yeah, so, she didn't come when I called her, you know, and I went to bed and I was calling her through the open window, you know, because I know she can hear me. Duh, she's a dog, right? Nothing from her. Not a peep, not a sound. She does not come in the house. And I'm like, she'll come in when she's ready. You know, she's just out there trying to catch a rabbit. So I go to sleep. And then I wake up. Do not do that. You just did. So I go to sleep. And then I wake up at 2. Again, to use the bathroom. And she's still not in the house. So I'm like, okay, this is really weird. She's never stayed out this long. So I call her, and I call her, and I call her, and I thought, but I did not go out and look for her, because I'm like, oh, she's in the backyard. What trouble is she going to get into, right? That's my thinking. I have a fenced backyard. There it is. Anyway, so I go to sleep. And then I didn't even know what time it was. All of a sudden, she's in bed with me, and she is acting a little bit odd for her. But, you know, No big deal. And so, let me see if I can get it. I meant to do this before I got on camera and forgot. Anyway, so finally, I'm trying to get my text. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. I don't know if it'll show up. It may not show up. Huh, that's too bad. Because I can't look at the texts because I'm on camera. Anyway, so sometimes it populates into my iPad and sometimes it doesn't. And apparently it's not going to today. Okay, darn it. Anyway, so I get up this morning. You know, she's acting a little bit odd. Go back to sleep. Get up about an hour later, you know. Time to let the chickens out of bed, chickens out of bed, chickens out of bed. And, ow, shoot. Did you see that? So I get up, let the chickens out, come down, make some coffee. Because I left my phone here in the crevice. You know, I never put it by my bed, so I'm not going to hear if anybody texts me. And I don't have a way of silencing just certain things on my phone. I can silence certain texts coming through, but not applications. Like on my old Android, I could. Anyway, so I get up, there's a couple of phone calls and some text from my next door neighbor, and I'm like, you know, to the west, and I'm like, what? That's really odd. What is going on? No, not there. So I will put some more pockets in here. So anyway, I like it there. So I look at my text, and it's my next door neighbor saying, by the way, your dog was outside, you know, over at our house. We put her back in and blocked your gate, you know, because I have a big drive-through gate on that side. And I was like, what? And she had called and left a message about, you know, your dog's out here. It's, you know, 3:12 in the morning. 3:12 in the morning. And so anyway, well, Isabo was in the house, and I was like, weird, just kind of like, that is really odd. So, you know, I went down and I checked the gate, and sure enough, I hadn't yanked on the deadbolt hard enough, and it didn't completely latch. Because in order to get that gate, because like I said, everything in this house is wonky. Why would the gates be any different? Excuse me. So I always try to get the chains tight enough so that it doesn't go like this. Like, it should be like this, and it tends to do that. You know, trying to reduce stress, and we've tried just about everything. Anyway, so sure enough, I hadn't made sure it was completely latched for the first time in ever. I didn't yank on it hard enough, and the wind blew it open because it's pretty, you know, fairly breezy. And so she went wandering for all of that time. She was out and about. Where she went, I don't know. So when it was after I got off the phone with my friend, I texted my neighbor, you know, so it wasn't so ungodly early on a Sunday morning. And, you know, thank you. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that in the middle of the night, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know, it's okay. You know, she must have had a grand adventure because, you know, she said our Ring system, you know, the doorbell system, had gone off about, I don't know, whatever time, 9:30, I think she said, but we were asleep. But we heard her crying out by our front door. And so in the morning, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, so they brought her over and made sure they put a paving stone in front of the fence, the gate, the same paving stone I used to keep that one side of the gate open because it swings shut as soon as you open it, so you can't drive through it. But anyway, yes, she is such a naughty dog. Yes, she is. And she's still acting a little bit, I guess, shaken, not stirred. Even now, and she's passed out on the couch asleep. But it's like, just really, God knows where she went and what could have happened to her, because she is microchipped, but she doesn't wear her collar with her tags on when she's home because she ends up catching the collar, and I have lost a tag and her rabies. They're somewhere in this yard. The chickens found them the first time. And so I put them back on, and sure as shooting if she didn't do it again. So anyway, yes, I mean, I'm so thankful that it was Michelle and Jeff that found her, and not somebody, or she's pretty, I would call her pretty car savvy, but still, there's a highway. You know, it's a 2-lane highway, but it's still a highway. And people don't exactly go very slow on it. Myself included. Anyway, so that was my dog story. It's kind of not funny, but, you know, shaking your finger at her. But yeah, that's why she was acting so squirrely when she came to bed, because she knew, oh my gosh, I was up and about and I shouldn't have been, and I went places I shouldn't have been, and oh my gosh, that kind of thing. So I'm just looking for, I don't feel like stenciling today. So I am getting my stamps out, my stamping block, which I could have had out, but, you know, why be that prepared? It was enough that I put my iPad back. It was enough that I had everything fussy cut and had a vague outline of what I wanted to do. I do want to do some background. So that's what I'm looking for, as opposed to my normal flowers and such. And there we go. I think this is the one. Yep, this is also the one. Just kind of change it up a little bit, you know? Not always do the same thing. And I know, I store my stamps horribly. Mitzie, I ended up buying some, you know, things that are actually made for those to go into, so I'm not quite so, you know, just have them thrown in here fairly willy-nilly, and this was not the one I wanted. Let's just be this one. I try to have them in some kind of nonsense goes with nonsense and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that's my story about my dog. It just, it could have gone so horribly wrong, y'all. It could have gone so horribly wrong. So, I'm going to try again. There's a reason we didn't put, you know, the slide bars, dang it, on the gate. And I'm going to have to go down today after I film this and look to see if I can see exactly why. There was a reason. We've tried it, but something about the way that gate is built, it just wasn't conducive to doing that. But yeah, and even though she's passed out on the couch, I'm still like, keep looking over. And I will be going to check that gate as soon as I'm done filming, because now I'm all like, ah. So yes, oh, I'm just so thankful that, you know, and why she didn't come back through the open gate and come through the doggy door, I do not know. Maybe she was acting like a teenager who knew she was in a lot of trouble and was afraid to come home and face the music. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But I'm just getting in my ink box over here, and I'm going to use the Vintage Photo Archival ink. I could go with all sorts of things, but maybe not. You know what? I will do Victorian Velvet, because it's a lighter shade of the inking that I did around the pockets and such. So I'm doing, I don't know how much you can see, I am doing Mitzie of saying that you rub on it and then pat. Can you hear the chickens? Pretty sure that's her egg call. They better be laying some eggs. I'm trying really hard to get back on my eating plan of very little carbs. And, you know, I this is my second time making deviled eggs, and you go through deviled eggs. I mean, it's not just one or two. So, yeah. And like I have said, I just kind of put smack down on it. Not sure if I'm in frame or not. Yep. Seem to be. This is how I can make sure I get enough pressure. I know, overkill probably, but I have hand issues. Weak fingers and arthritis, so it actually kind of hurts to put that much pressure. Oh, yay. See? That's what they're saying. I laid an egg, I laid an egg. Aren't you proud, aren't you proud? Look at me, look at me. Oh, come on. So anyway, so yeah, there's my story. I think that's about all I have for today. I'm not exhausted. She is. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. And hopefully she learned her lesson. You know, never go dogging around like that outside the gate without and she knows that. See, that's the thing. She knows she is not allowed outside that gate by herself. And that she needs to be careful. These are really strong magnets. Not to mention the one that came with this thing. The other ones. So yeah, like I said, very thankful that it was my neighbors that caught her and not, you know, anyone else. She is spayed. But unfortunately, people like to use her breed for fighting dogs and practice is what they would do with her. And that just. And I'm really glad that they're, you know, well, they crack down on that when they find it. But, you know, the people that do awful things to animals are starting to treat it as, you know, a crime instead of, you know, just something some disgusting people do. Anyway, so there we are with that. Not to upset anyone any further. But yeah, I was just so incredibly thankful, y'all. I mean, I really can't stress enough how glad I am that she went next door. Yeah, it could have been so much worse. And I would have just been absolutely devastated. And next time, if I ever have that, I should have listened to my instinct, y'all. I should have listened to myself when I was like, you know what? You're going to put something on and go out there and find a dog. Because I knew it was odd, even half asleep. In fact, it was odd enough that I came downstairs here to think, well, maybe I shut the bedroom door on her. And she can't get in and isn't crying about it because she just found someplace else to sleep. Naughty dog. Naughty dog. So, and this one I am going to use this archival ink because why do the same thing? And I do not want to spend a lot of time, no, that's why, decorating this. But I just really don't like a blank page. I really don't. So, a white page, that is. Do not like it, Sam, I am. I really have noticed a difference in doing it, the stamping this way, as opposed to the way I was doing it before, where I was just dabbing and being, you know, the other way with it, it really does make a difference. Just saying. And I really don't care how messy it looks. that's neat. And if I can get more ink off of that, I'm going to use it. Ouch, that really does not. Nope. So what did you all do for the weekend? Like I said, this is Sunday, so I plan on finishing this video, doing some tidying in here. I'm thinking really hard of doing some coffee dyeing. That way I can do it, and you know what? There we go. I don't need to really do that. And I know this is really dark, so, but you know what? I am trying really hard on this one to go outside what I normally would do, you know, outside my comfort zone, outside my little personal bubble. I know I joke, it's really not a joke, but I joke about how, you know, I can create, but you just have to tell me the parameters in which I can create in, and that is not good. And, you know, that's kind of how I was raised. You know, when you raise your kids to not have a voice. I'm just trying to see where I'm putting that pocket. Okay, 1, 2, it's gotta go there. What I'm trying to do is do each one, you know, start here and blah, 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 blah. So, hang on, lost it. So it does go there. It should go here, yes. Yes, I know, even random, I have to have a pattern. I'm sorry, but I am who I am. What can I say? I am who I am, and that's who I'm gonna be, and that's how I'm gonna craft. So let me get my other one, and I'm going to do... Alright, that didn't work. Put it under my desk. So I have this big map one. I'm sure I'm still, yep, I surely am. And I will go back to this and maybe not do it so dark. Come on, there we go. So yeah, I'm trying to make it a, you know, not put so much pressure on myself that I was putting earlier, you know, about just more doing something for me and less about filming what I think I should do and just having a relaxing weekend crafting with whatever I wanted. So that's what I'm about today. Although, you know, I'm gonna take advantage, and I say should. I've said before, I'm trying to get away from that word. You know, unless it's a really truly should thing. But I really could use the dyeing of coffee, or doing the coffee paper while there's no one in the house but me to get in my way, shall we say. You know how it is. You want to get the cleaning done while the kids are away and all that good stuff. So this one we'll do again. I'm trying to think of anything else I know. No. And then we'll do this one. We're going to go to Tattered Rose. It's a very light pink. If I can get this done in time, and I didn't even look to how long when I started filming. So if I can hurry up, oh yeah, I like that. If I can hurry up and get this inking done, then I might be able to get at least one signature sewn in. And for that, I'm going to use crochet thread in this nice buttery yellow. I held it up to the papers, and that seems to be what stands out in my head, my eyes, to what I would like to see. Here we go. See, this is why you gotta get smacked down on it. Chokehold. Yeah. Not that I ever liked that kind of stuff. In fact, I really dislike it greatly. I really do. I've always hated that. And I remember, and I know it premiered, I mean, it was on way before I knew about it, but back in the late 80s when I noticed it, and it seemed to be, in my head, seemed to be really popular. I just kept thinking, this is a fad. It'll go away. Just like, you know, the saggy pant thing. I thought, you know, this is, no offense to anyone, but this is like the most idiotic look in the world. It's never going to last. Yeah. I remember that as early as late 88. And I know it came out before that, but, you know, that's when it came to my attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not where that went. It came from over here. It came from over here. I know you knew that. You were shouting it out. I tried to do every other. I did not choose to do book page because these are so narrow. I didn't want to waste my book pages on it. You know? I just didn't want to. Not that way. Not that way. So, what is it about filming makes me just all of a sudden get really sleepy? Sleepy and dizzy. All at the same time. Oh no. Dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlpool, it never ends. When I was having my son, they didn't give me the choice of an epidural. It was like, if you want something for pain, this is what you're going to get. And so I got Demerol. And I remember just being really dizzy and singing that song. So, yep. I wasn't, obviously, oh, good night. I wasn't singing it when I had him, when I was actually, you know, delivering him. But during the latter part of the process, I sure was. So, I'm going to put that one aside because I am, like I said, I'm trying to do something different and not so matchy and, you know, I've been binging last night and this morning, Roxy, over at Roxy Creations. Rachel, I think is her name. I may have gotten that wrong, and I'm so sorry if I did. Let me, so I'm not necessarily, I don't want to say that I'm a fan of that style. However, her and Gail and Mitzie and others are able to create quickly because of that style. And so I'm trying to, it does not hurt to study and learn from others. You would be a fool and not to, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Trying to, you know, just learn something else. And if I want to really make this a business, well, I can't spend a month on a journal unless it's, you know, something big and huge. And I'm kind of sad because I had a really good coupon for Victoria Designs, and there is a kit that I wanted so badly. I want so badly. It's Pride and Prejudice, and I just absolutely adore it. But I had to tell myself no. I had to tell myself no. There are far more things I need at the present than a wonderful Pride and Prejudice kit. And I really, really wanted it. Tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really wanted that. Really, really wanted that. But adulting is not fun. It really isn't. I do need to save up for a new printer. Mine is, you know, on its last leg. And this month I had to buy an air conditioner because, you know, the one down here decided to go belly up on me. Traitor. To be fair, it was used, and the people I got it from, they don't just randomly go out and buy a newer model because they want one. They, you know, use their stuff, and they're not hard on it. I'm not saying that at all. But they do use their stuff. And so, you know, there was that whole thing. But I got what I hope is a good deal. You know, nowadays it's kind of hard to be able to truly state that. But it is a $50 off coupon. It's not a huge air conditioner. You know, I don't need a, you know, 950 square foot one. I just need it to heat this downstairs, and it's, you know, the downstairs is about 300 maybe. So hopefully it will do well. It is a portable one as opposed to a window unit, and my looking proved to me that they're about the same price. In fact, the window units seem to be a little bit more, and so if I can have a portable one, why not? Maybe there's a reason the window units are a little bit more expensive. I mean, the whole thing boils down to how you install it. So if you're having to use cardboard, and I'm not laughing at the people that have to have one, because trust me, been there, done that. Well then, yeah, it's gonna matter. This one I don't care about so much. I'm just trying to get the edge. Sorry, I was looking to see try to see where I needed to be. So yeah, so my story of my dog who went on a grand adventure last night and came back very recalcitrant looking because she realized that she bit off more than she could chew. I cannot figure out why she didn't come through that dang gate. I mean, I could ask my neighbor again, and maybe the gate had swung closed enough where she was afraid to go back in it. Or maybe she was just a teenager who knew she was going to be in trouble and wanted to go to the neighbors for help instead. I do not know. Again, I am just so thankful she's back home and back home safe. So, okay, we've got that one. We've got that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes right there. This is the lemon, and I just love that. Well, I like yellow. I think it's such a happy color, but I really like the way that looks. It looks like lemon. It looks like a lemon meringue pie with either very toasted, dirty meringue or, you know, we'll just ignore the meringue. So some of these have 3 printouts and some only have 2. And that is because the one from Shabby Dabby Doodle came out in 6. I printed all 6, and, well, I have 4 signatures, so that just doesn't really come out even now, does it? There it is. Let's do something different. I've done a lot of that. I can do this one. This is, like, the prettiest. I don't even know if I can. Spray some glass cleaner on it. Maybe that'll undirty it up. I have the hardest time with these stamps sticking to acetate. They just stop after a while. And yes, I could do the glue trick that we learned from Kandace over at Journal Me Crazy with Kandace Johnson. And if this doesn't work, I will. It is where you just take some glue stick. I'm sorry, my table shakes. It doesn't seem to shake the camera, but it sure shakes the table. Where you put some glue stick on the back of it. That's what all this is. You can see it. It's glue stick. Oh, good. That's nice and barely there. Which is what I'm kind of wanting. That's the look I'm going for. Come on. I put, if you're wondering what this is, because I needed cushion, I did 4 things of cardstock, and then that still wasn't enough, so I took this flannel. Not flannel. Yeah, flannel. And put that on there. And that's how I got that. Because, well, I wanted it and needed it. Needed it. I was talking to my friend. I was talking to in England this morning. I have such a hard time with words that end in ed. You know, like edited and abandoned. I have to say it like that. Otherwise, I just don't know where to end it. And I'm all like abandoned and then edited. It doesn't sound right to me. And so my tongue is like, I got to keep going. I just got to keep going. In another news, still doggy news, and I really hope she does not mind me sharing this, but a friend of mine, if I may call you a friend, Ellen has lost her beloved Pooch this last Wednesday. So my heart goes out to her. As I told her this morning, I emailed her, I said, I know logically that time will come for me as it comes from everybody, and I'm just tearing up thinking about it, thinking about her. And the loss of, your friend. I know it will come. It comes for everyone. It breaks my heart to think about it. And I'm trying to get this video done before I get too warm. And it's not that warm outside, but, you know me, of a certain age. Hot flashes are not my friend, but they seem to think that I am. I seem to be their, favorite person to hang out with. I beg to differ, the little traitors, but hey. What can I do other than get really hot? So anybody watching Mitzie's, and I will link that. Let me write it down just so I don't forget. Mitzie's prompt that she came up with for the hashtag, and I'll have to do all of these. Think Outside the Box Challenge. Video link all. She came up with plastic bags. You must use plastic bags. It does not matter if it's food bag, garbage bag, anything. Just, it has to be a plastic bag. And what she did was like, wow. I mean, applaud, applaud, applaud. I never would have in a million years thought of that. And now I have to come up with something. Ugh. That is going to be difficult. If you ask me, it's going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult indeed. I haven't much thought about it, to be honest. It just came out on Friday, so I have been, oh man, hot flash, don't know what I do with my papers. Hot flash, don't know what I do with my papers. Is this the one? 2, 4, nope. It's not this one. Is this it? I lost where I put it. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Derp, 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 derp. I know I should stop saying that about myself. I'm not a jerk. No one is a jerk. Okay, so I'm going to try these. Let's put one on here. I know I'm trying not to be so like boxy about it, but ooh, obviously I would use that one. but it is, you know, what it is. There we go. Come on. There. There. I don't know if you can hear my Izzy snoring, but she is. As I would be too if I'd gone on a grand adventure last night and stayed out all hours and came home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Afraid to come home. So, what else do I know? What else have I seen? Oh, not much. Like I said, it's just been kind of chill. I just kind of tried my hardest to take a break from, dang it, thinking. I'm still having problems with my plumbing. And the guy came out on Tuesday, and the toilet worked really well for like 12 hours, and then it crapped out. Sorry, pun unavoidable. And, okay, it's avoidable. I just don't want to. Because why? At night, I just don't really want to. Must not have. Inked it on there very much. Oh, see, now there's some. It just didn't get very well right there. It's hard to see on some of these lighter these lighter colors. I really hope I'm not like shaking the camera or the table too bad and it's making people seasick. And then now it doesn't. And you know, I called him on Wednesday morning and said, you know, yo. He gave me his number instead of calling the company. And yo, it's not working. And okay, well, it could be this problem or this problem. Let me get back to you with a time. And yeah, that was, like I said, Wednesday morning. And nothing yet. And I get they're busy. You know, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying, get out here and fix my friggin' plumbing. You know, I mean, there are just times where you just have had enough. And I've reached that. I've reached that milestone with this insert adjective, insert bad word that I'll get flagged for. I'm gonna come back down a little bit with that and trust that it's where I want it. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So, and, you know, I watched him. I watched everything he did. You know, because, I was genuinely curious about what was going on and wanted to make sure that my concerns were being addressed. And it seemed, and he did everything he said he did and fixed the problem. Well, you know, it was fixed at that point. He snaked it. He augured it. He went down with the camera. Shower works a lot better. So that's good. But just, and y'all, he's a great guy, but I do not want to have showers. A toilet with Joe again. No, and no. He is not. Yeah, just no. Just no. No. We'll just say, leave it there. Leave it. It feels like this one isn't, or it doesn't look, I know that it is, but it sure doesn't look like it's inking very well in the middle. But it is. So there we go. Good enough. Close enough for government work. On to hopefully the last one. Yes. No, it's not. This one has 3. Am I not done yet? Ugh. Let's do a bigger one. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's a lazy day. I went out and tried to replant my hosta. I have this big hosta out down here on the east side of the house, but it gets a lot of sun in the morning. No, it doesn't get the afternoon sun, but it sure gets a lot in the morning. And it always burns the flower. And so I replanted it. Or attempted to. Well, I did. And I tried to be extremely gentle about digging it up. However, there is a gas line right there. And there was this, like, wire. Like, this coated wire coming out. Oh, I don't know what that is. And so you got to be really careful, right? I mean, I do not want that repair bill of breaking a gas line. Ugh. So, I had to be very careful. And I did not. I've never, ever dug up a hosta. I did not know their roots were big and looked like carrots. And I did not know they went so deeply. So I did the very best I could. And after this video is done, I have to go back out and, you know, make sure I get her watered really good first, you know, really well. But she is, where she still gets morning sun, but she also gets quite a bit of shade because where it's at. Anyway, so I'm really hoping. Please say I did a good thing. Please say I didn't, like, irreparably harm her. Now, the flower stem did come off, and I did, a couple of big ones got broken. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But, you know, I tried. I did the best I could to get in there. I ended up having to dig a lot of it up by hand, just so I knew that I was getting as much as I could, as down deep as I could, without hitting anything that I wasn't supposed to. Turns out that wire was already cut. It's like the people that had this place, just, not the people right before us. I don't think they were a military couple. They were only here, I think, about a year. But the guy who plowed everything down and put gravel out there, that guy, there has got to be a special place in gardening hell for him, for doing just, and I know it had to have been them too, because where the chickens are, that whole thing, they just dumped garbage and then made it a, you know, a dump, and then threw dirt over it. So you'd be disgusted at the stuff I pull out of there. I mean, baby pacifiers, kids' sunglasses, Walmart plastic bags. I mean, it was just, and the chickens are always digging something up. I've pulled up just pieces of pipe, and just really, have you no shame? I mean, it just really breaks my heart. I mean, seriously. Why would you do that? Oops, maybe I got the wrong area. There. So, I gotta get this. I really can't feel like I get enough pressure without using my elbow. Elbow room. Everybody needs some elbow room. That's the only thing I remember about that particular. I'm gonna put this one, not this one, not this way. Schoolhouse Rock. So, I loved Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock. Rock. I mean, it really did. That was like the best. Quit. Oh, for the love in a bucket. Knock it off. So we're going to do this one. And we will probably be out of time for the day. I am working on not getting these things more than like 40-45 minutes. But time flies when you're doing this on camera. It really does. No. Okay. Let's turn her around. some more. So I can get some more. I hope that's not too in your face. I know that objects are closer than they appear and all. That's that may be what I do today after this. It's Sunday, right? A day of rest. I do need to go out and, you know, water stuff. But I have not seen the third and final installment of Jurassic Park before it leaves Amazon, if it hasn't in the last couple of days. It's something I've been wanting to watch, but I've never taken 2.5 hours to watch it. I want to because I was heavily pregnant with my son when the first one came out. And I remember wanting to see that movie long before it came out. I don't know if I subscribed. Somehow I saw these movie magazines where, you know, industry. And they had been talking about that for, probably a good year before it premiered. And it was on my list to go see. So opening weekend, I was there. And that was, for all of you that are young and didn't know it, 30 years ago, 31 years ago, that was the most wow movie. There, go. Hold that way. You know, of that time. It was just like, wow. So, okay. Here we are. We didn't do a whole lot. Sorry, guys. But there, and there. And where did I put the actual journal? Over right here in front of my face. So, again, we did pockets, a couple pockets, and we inked. I know, not very much. I'll do more on camera and off camera, and then hopefully we can get to more pockets and stuff like that. I don't want to do much to the signatures. I don't want to make her too much fatter, you know. I don't want to do too much fat. There. I know, this may be a convoluted way of doing this, but I kind of like it. Come up and then go around. Alrighty. So, again, if you liked what you have seen, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's a smiley face. Share with your friends. Subscribe, I said. Hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded something. And until then, I will see you on Wednesday for the You're My Inspiration. I've got to figure out something today or tomorrow to do that. And then, not sure what I'm going to do for Friday. I might finish this, or I might work on the other one, the map one. Anyway, thank you. And until next time, peace out, guys.